Hey guys, it's Jessie here from Tonkadale, and today we're talking about late season blooming perennials. As we move towards the middle of summer, that's when the garden gets bumping. But we can't forget about flowers that bloom late in August and well into the fall, because our growing season can go all the way into October, with our last average frost date getting later and later each year. Let's take a look. I'm here in one of our favorite sections of the perennial department, the sedum table. Sedums offer a wide range of growth habits and flower color that can fit all of your garden needs. They bloom late in the summer, and bees and butterflies absolutely adore them. Let's take a look at a few specific varieties. This one is called Carl. Everyone say hi to Carl. Carl has a bit smaller leaves and a really hot pink flower. We have this one called Evolution, and I do love sedums when they offer that blue, green, and dark purple foliage, because it adds a lot of interest and dimension to the garden. This one has a darker purpley pink flower when it really gets going. This one's called Autumn Charm and has a bright pink flower atop a shorter plant, but don't we love this beautiful variegation? There are a couple varieties of sedum that are lower growing, more ground covered type sedum. This one's called Lime Zinger and Firecracker. I have both of these in my garden and absolutely adore them. Lime Zinger gets really pink margins when it's out in the full sun, and these two bloom mid to late summer. All right, next we're talking about Eupatorium or Joe Pye weed. I have a tall and a small, a dwarf variety, and one that's more regular size. You'll see it can get a couple feet tall. Eupatorium blooms late in the summer and again is another pollinator favorite. The flower shape is similar to that of a sedum, but very large. It's a nice statement piece in the garden and also a nice backdrop to maybe other blooming shrubs like hydrangeas or sedums, etc., etc. All right, here's a garden classic. This is Perovskia or Russian sage. It is in the mint family, so it does have those identifying square stems, and it smells amazing. So Perovskia gets these tall candle-like flowers. They look almost like lavender, and this one gets big, so it's great for covering a large area in full sun. It does tolerate dry soils and looks outstanding mixed with midsummer bloomers like Echinacea, late summer bloomers like Black-Eyed Susan, and on and on and on. Don't forget about perennial grasses as a late season bloomer. They do bloom, and when they bloom, they smell amazing, a little bit like syrup, in my opinion, and it is delicious. Ornamental grasses, when they get tall, towards the end of summer, they start to turn color like these deep reds and purples, and then they go all the way copper as they move into late fall and winter. Gorgeous, in my opinion. They're really good at pulling together a garden, standing up tall in the back of the garden, and just amazing for outlining and highlighting areas in your yard. Right now we're standing next to the little blue stem. You'll see our native blue stem out in prairie areas around the state, and it's gorgeous. Then we have the panicum or switchgrass, and this one's called Sedona. This one gets to be really ambery and red as the season progresses, and lots of inflorescence as we move into late fall. Here we are with the perennial hibiscus. I'm gonna be real honest, this has not always been my favorite plant, but you know what? The more I get to know it, the better I like it. It is quite stunning. These flowers get bigger than your head, and they come in colors ranging from whites to pinks to really beautiful reds. And the foliage is very interesting. Look at those leaf shapes. They almost look like maple leaves or something. The perennial hibiscus, this one's called Midnight Marble. Deep red flowers, and this foliage will turn a really beautiful bronzy color when it's in full sun. Just make sure to water well. This plant has a lot of foliage on top, so you'll need to make sure it's well hydrated to get that maximum bloom. I think I might be taking one home with me today. Hydrangeas are a mid to late summer bloomer, and they are coming on hot. They're probably one of the most popular flowering shrubs in our area, and I'm not surprised. This is Little Lime. I personally have at least 12 of these in my garden. I have them planted in 4 groups of 3, and they get to be about 3 by 4 feet tall and wide every summer, with these gorgeous panicle shaped blooms that start out a light green and fade into a rosy pink mauvey burgundy as the nights get cooler in the late summer and fall. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Tongadale.